shouldn't say anything that someone has said better before. This is why I use Walt Disney's words. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Hello, my name is Maria, and I'm graduating from 8th grade. I've been going to Mountain View Montessori for about 10 years now. It doesn't seem like it's been that long at all. I look back to when I was 4 years old, waving goodbye at my parents for the first day of school. I would make them look back every few steps they took to wave once more. I'd stand by the window watching their car drive away, and once again, I'd make them wave. Michelle, who was my teacher then, would try and get me into class, then I'd just start crying. This went on for about half the school year, and of course, I didn't speak any English, so that just made me even more worried. See, my family and I moved to the US in 1999 from Mexico, and although this change was difficult, it was definitely worth it. Michelle, I know I was probably a challenge, but I would like to thank you for helping me through my first years in the US. Thanks to you, I actually learned English. After I was able to graduate from kindergarten, I had Diane as my first and second grade teacher. I'm not sure how she does it, but even today, she knows exactly what to say at the perfect moment. Thank you for teaching me that I can do anything I choose. And most of all, thank you for believing in me. Leslie became my third grade teacher. Leslie, thank you for taking me on my first camping trip. Yes, it was a challenge for me because it was my first time away from home, but it helped me become more independent. I was ready to move on to upper elementary. I was so excited that day, but for some reason, I walked in the door and immediately began crying. Why? I'm not really sure. I just remember Jackie walking toward me, and because of the patience she has, she just smiled and told me that these 3 years of upper elementary were going to go by fast, and that I was going to be fine. Those words immediately hit me. I repeated them in my mind as I walked towards my seat. That morning was a blast. And then the afternoon came, where Jackie decided that I was going to be on the committee for the tarantula. I began crying again. However, I would like to thank Jackie for her patience. And not to put anyone down, but I have to give Jackie credit for taking us on the best trip ever when I was in 6th grade. And yes, I'm talking about Washington, D.C. I think it's safe to say it's been one of the most exciting school trips anyone has ever taken. After I graduated from 6th grade, I had 7th grade orientation that summer. I didn't cry that time, luckily, but I was nervous. I remember seeing my brother Carlos in the adolescent program a few years back, and his whole class seemed so old. I'm here now, graduating, and now I realize that I had nothing to worry about. When the first week of school came, we went on a retreat up at Glen Alpine. There, I quickly learned how smart Chris was. I don't think I've ever met someone who knows so much and is so passionate about teaching it. So Chris, thank you. Thank you for preparing me for high school, and thank you for giving me the confidence to move on. I would also like to thank Barbie, although she is currently on the East Coast, for getting me started on high school math. And Crystal for making my 8th grade class feel incredibly intelligent with high school level science and algebra. Steve, you are the most exciting art teacher. I have had so much fun with you over the past 2 years. You made me understand that art shouldn't be about putting your talents down on paper. You made me understand that art shouldn't be about talent, but getting your thoughts down on paper, or petroglyphs, whichever works. And thank you for starting every morning with a question. What's your beef? Kate, thank you for answering all of my questions of the human reproductive system. Yes, all of my questions. And thank you for teaching me the art of yoga. I'll always remember the words, "You're okay," thanks to you. When I'm in a yoga pose that I feel I can't hold any longer, I hear those 2 simple words. Now I can use them in high school or when I have a job. I'll just repeat to myself, "You're okay." I'd also like to thank Sonia Hoden. I met her when I was in 2nd grade and quickly stuck to her during class and during recess and even in class. Sonia, throughout these years, you've taught me valuable lessons, like to just go along with things. They will get better and they will make you stronger. I loved having you be part of my Montessori experience. I've been very lucky to be at this school where there are people who care about us, just like Mary Ann and Joyce. You 3 have helped my family so much with everything, and you don't know how thankful we are. Thank you for making us feel like we're part of this community. It truly is a gift. I would like to thank 2 other people of the Montessori staff, Corey and Stephanie. Thank you so much for making it fun to stay after school. It is hard to go back outside after a long day, but you 2 were always there to make it better. Before anything else, I would like to thank two very special people in my life. My mom, Claudia, and my brother, Carlos. Mom, there are a million things I could say to you right now, Thank you for everything you've done for me, for giving me the strength and courage I now have. We've gone through rough times, but not for a second did I feel worried. And know that you do anything to help Carlos and me have a better life, and that alone is the best gift any child can receive. Carlos, you're the best role model any sibling could have. You helped me through the roughest patches of my life, and have given me the best tips. You even gave me tips for the speech. I hope you both know how much I love you. Thanks to the school, I've had an amazing Montessori experience. I'll always have memories of our school trips, like my 7th grade end of the year trip, where the wind began blowing about 60 miles an hour, and I was holding onto a tent so it wouldn't blow away. Luckily, Elise and Emma were there to keep me from flying away with it. I'll always have memories of Ben, which is what Ben, Emma, and I called ourselves. We were always together in 8th grade. Elise, Ben, and Emma. Thank you for the ab muscles I gained from laughing so hard over these 2 years. I went through a lot in this school. I learned English here, was in my first play, scored my first goal, and became independent. I became the person that I am today. Thanks to many people in this very room, I know that I'm ready for any challenge that life throws at me, whether it is a Galena next year or in everyday life. I know that I am prepared to pursue my dream of becoming a psychologist. My confidence has grown incredibly throughout these 10 years. Thank you all.